Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. It's your girl Jazz. I know it seems like forever since I've posted a video on Jazzy Reviews. Took a little bit of a break and focused a little bit more on my other YouTube channel, Jazzy Foods, to kind of get that one boosted up a little bit more. But I'm trying to balance them back out again. Doing my best. Hopefully I can balance out a little bit more. Anyway, so today we are going to compare the Google Nest Mini compared to the previous mini speaker, which is the first generation, the Google Home Mini. So in case you don't know, Google Home Mini is now the Google Nest. It's the second generation of the Google Mini speakers. As promised, I am doing a comparison, and right off the bat, can you stop please? Thank you. Clearly Mini wants to get some attention, the Nest. And right off the bat, you can tell that there's not physically too much of a difference between the two speakers, other than the obvious, the color. I don't have a list of all the colors that the Google Home used to come in because it's not readily available online. Of all the colors, I can see that there are a few colors that obviously, like the aqua, that was able to be purchased, but it didn't give me a list. And I don't want to quote incorrect information. One of the things that you can tell the difference between the Home and the Nest is if you turn it over to the back, there is a mount now for the Google Nest. And I'm actually very glad that I got them in two different colors because, like I said, if I put them down, I can easily get them mixed up without, just having them on the counter. Okay, they both still have a button on the side to control whether you have the mic on or not, so that way you can use the Google Assist. And another thing, they both also, before I forget, they also do light up on top. That's pretty much as you can tell right here. I'm controlling the volume by pressing the sides on here. That's why you keep hearing that clicking sound. It's me, sorry, not intentionally doing that. So there are different types of USBs. I generally call the part that you enter into the computer the USB, but I know that there's type A and type B on that part of it, but we're talking about the connectors to the devices itself. This one is the micro USB, not to be confused with the mini USB, which is the one before that. But a lot of devices are now moving to the type C, which is pretty much looks like just like a really long oval is the best way to describe it. And doesn't matter which way you plug it in, it'll still work. But with the mini Nest, they decided to create their own, which is kind of a bummer because if you wanted a longer cord, which this isn't too long, it's probably about maybe 5 feet. I'm trying to think, if I lay down, will I match up with it? Yes, I'm that short. But I like being short, so it doesn't matter. All right, so we're going to go ahead and check them out, compare them, give you a little bit of more internal information about it on what's the difference between the two. Now, right off the bat, as far as cost goes, more than likely, if you can find them, the Home might be cheaper only just because it's discontinued. But you're not guaranteed that it's going to be brand new. Google, that's just rude. I'm talking. Just has perfect timing, doesn't it? So yes, the Google Home is discontinued. It's been replaced by the Mini. And as far as cost, I want to say it's about the same price as what the current Google Nest is running for, which is $49, rounding up to $50. Not too bad, which is about the same price for other speakers, other mini speakers such as the Dot, whichever generation they're on now. I know I reviewed it, but off the top of my head, I think it's like 10, version 10 or something like that. Seems like they come up with one every month, or at least that's what it seems like to me. One of the big differences between the two, outside of the charging ports, is the fact that the Home had only 2 microphones to it versus the Nest, it now has 3 microphones in it. So yes, they are eavesdropping on you constantly 3 times more. I only say that jokingly because I know a lot of people are paranoid, especially the older generation, of everybody spying on me, everybody can hear me. I've had my parents say that they've unplugged their speakers because they didn't want the government listening to them. Oh, I'm looking at all the smart devices that I have surrounding me, and if they're listening to me, oh well. I have nothing to hide. As far as more details on the Google Home, I wasn't able to find too much of it other than comparing it to the Google Nest. But I did find out, interestingly enough, that the Google Nest is made out of 35% recycled plastic as well as the fabric. While the fabric, I would have never guessed, is actually made out of recycled bottles, which I think is kind of interesting. So it's a lot more eco-friendly for it versus the Google Home. So both of the devices has where you're able to control what they call the tap controls, which is what you've been hearing, that clicking sound, because I'm controlling the volume right here. You make it so easy to review, you know that? You guys just come to see him, don't you? The difference is that now the Google Nest has a pause feature to it as well. So the Google Home did not have that. Both have a 40mm driver on the devices, and in case you don't know what a driver is, it's pretty much what creates the audio sound. From audio signals to sound waves, so that way you guys can hear it. Also, an upgrade for the Nest is the fact that it is now surround sound, which I'll demonstrate the difference in sounds in just a minute. So those are the main differences between the device. Outside of that, I haven't really seen any other differences, and so we're going to go actually see if we can hear the difference between the two speakers. So I'm going to connect it to my phone. Oh. I know it is. It's always glued to me. So I'm going to go ahead and play a little bit of unlicensed music on the Google Home first, and then I'm going to play it on the Google Nest to see if you guys can hear the difference. So let's go to the Google Home. Alright, so we're going to go ahead, like I said, the Home is going to be first. Google. Okay, Google. Set volume to 5. So we're setting it at halfway point so that way you guys don't go deaf, basically. I'm gonna set it up to full speed, to full volume in just a second. Okay, Google, set volume to 10. Alright, now I'm going to try the Google Nest and see how that goes. Okay, Google, set volume to 5. Did y'all hear a difference? I'm going to let it pick up a little bit more. Okay, Google, set volume to 10. I hear a difference now. Did y'all notice the difference between the two? I'm going to try and play both of them at the same time, but I've been having a little bit of trouble with this. For some reason, Google is being difficult today. Okay, Google, set volume to 5. It says 52%. That's weird. Okay, there's 50%. Got to make sure that they're right, otherwise it's unfair. Okay, they're both set to 5. So we're going to try this one more time and see if we can notice the difference in the sound. Notice the difference? I actually hear a little bit more of the undertones, or kind of like a deeper sound with the Nest. And I'm going to turn the volume up just a little bit. Okay, Google, set volume to 6. Notice the difference? Not this way. Okay, Google. Set volume to 6. Personally, I hear a difference. Also, I am sitting right in front of them as well, so it may be a little bit more difficult for you guys to notice the difference since you're not, you know, obviously in person. And who knows, maybe whatever device you're listening through, maybe changing it a little bit or, you know, kind of having that equalizing the sound out. But me personally, I do notice the difference on the Nest. It does have more of a deeper, richer sound to it versus the Google Home. So I personally would, to me, it would be worth it to upgrade. As I said, the sound is going to be different. It's going to be more of a deeper, richer sound to it. It has more depth to it. And it has, like, as I mentioned before, it has more of a surround sound to it versus the previous version of the Home. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer. I will be doing more reviews, of course. And also, if you want to see more of me, go over to my other YouTube channel, Jazzy Foods with a Z. In the meantime, stay tuned and stay jazzy. Thanks for watching, guys.